Sorry, I decided to take a drink right when that started. Of my coffee. A little kitty mug. That's how you fucking start Fridays. I'm here to party. I had a pretty good week. I hope all of you had a pretty good week. Having a good Friday. It's nice here. Sun's shining. Wind's blowing. Some creepy guys walking down the street looking out my window. Okay. Wait, I know that guy. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, I had a pretty good week. Monday, went and saw Day to Remember, All Time Low, Pierce the Veil, and The Wonder Years. Lady boner. I've been having a lady boner all freaking week about it. It's amazing. And I also have a nice big ass bruise about this big on my arm. I would show you guys, but as you can see, like my camera's all fucked up and is washing me out. So I don't think you'd see it, but let me tell you, there's a little bit of yellow. It's yellowing. That's a sign of a good time. Also fucked up this shoulder. I don't think I dislocated it, but it hurts. No, fuck it, I semi-failed anatomy. I passed, barely. But anyway, shoulder hurts, regardless. But yeah, so drove all the way to Nebraska to go see them, the house party tour. I'm from Kansas, I guess, if any of you haven't figured that out by now. From where I live to Lincoln, Nebraska is only about 3 hours, which is about the same if you'd go to like Kansas City or Kansas City, Missouri. About the same. It was a fun little road trip, minus the fact that Nebraska doesn't have anything to offer as far as sights. Like, fuck, there wasn't even any cornfields to look at. Like, man, it was flatter than I am. That made the trip the worst. I have this thing on my lip. It's like, it's not herpes. But I get these, they're like cold, I don't know, they're bumps. They're like cold sores, and I get them occasionally if I'm like stressed out or just hormones, I guess. I don't fucking know. I just randomly get them. They suck. Like, I have one forming now. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to get kind of big and just, it doesn't like pus or get gross or anything on my mouth, because if that was the case, I would just fucking like go hide in my room for a week. But it hurts, and then whatever. That's my annoyance. My mouth hurts now. But anyway, so yeah, you don't actually see civilization until about an hour and a half in Nebraska state lines. And it's this little town called York. And it's really pretty much just a place for you to stop off the highway to get gas and shit. It's like not even really a town. There is a place called McCool Junction, and I wanted to go there so bad. My mom didn't go. My mom wouldn't go with me. I tried getting my mom to go. No, loser. Let me tell you, real quick story. The last few videos I've done have been really long, and I'm trying to keep them short. But here's a quick little tidbit about my mom. When she was younger, probably my age, one summer she followed Aerosmith around on their Midwest tour. She went to every freaking stop. Of course, then again, tickets then probably cost like $15, $20. Like, not the $45 that we children have to pay. Back in my day, gas was 25 cents. I don't know. But my mom did that. She's sort of a groupie, but she like never got, as far as I know, she never got with any of the bands. Because my mom loved the Aerosmith, AC/DC. She was pregnant with me. She drove all the way to Colorado, I think. I think it was Colorado, to go see him. I was in her belly. So in a sense, I've seen AC/DC in her uterus. That's my mom. So I guess if that can give you a little insight to who I am, my mom was doing the shit that I'm trying to do. Follow bands around, have a good ass time. Like, shit. So anyway, I guess you could say I pulled my mother anyway, and went and drove all this way to go see a band that I love. But yeah, I was so excited for this show. I had a chance to see A Day to Remember back in 2009, I think it was. It was right after Homesick had come out. and they were playing at the Diamond Ballroom, which is in Oklahoma City, I think it is. And at that time, like, my dad was still living with us, and he was such a dick about it. Like, he wouldn't tell me if I could go until about 2 days before. So I couldn't order my ticket online. And I really didn't know how these things worked anyway. So I didn't know that it's in your best interest to order them online versus waiting until you got there. So I was freaking out because then my friends were like, "Oh, we already have our tickets. Like, we don't know if they're gonna have any." Like, I'm like, "Ah, fuck!" I was like, "I'm not gonna drive all the way to Oklahoma City to sit in the car with my friend's dad for the entire concert." So I freaked out. Luckily, there was a scalper, and I spent $40 on like a $20 ticket. I took a lot of money. I think I don't remember how much I took. It was enough to buy a shirt and a jacket, a Devil Wears Prada jacket and a Day to Remember shirt. Um, but I knew it was fate that I had to be there because the scalper sold me his last fucking ticket. Which, thinking about it, those tickets could not have worked because I think they scanned them. Fuck. Like, I got, but I get in there and there's these signs posted that say, like, A Day to Remember cannot play tonight because all of them except Jeremy got food poisoning. My heart sank. Oh my god. Because at that point, I never really listened to Devil Wears Prada. I listened to a little bit of Sky Eats Airplanes. So ever since then, and then that next summer, or the summer after, no, it was summer of 2009, then A Day to Remember was on Warped Tour, and I couldn't go because my fucking parents would not let me go. So I've always been on this, like, quest to go see A Day to Remember. Because they've been one of my favorite bands for years. So I was like, I don't know if you've ever been in those moments where you're like, I'm never going to see this band. Or like you love a band so much, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just get this, like, oh, so excited because you get to see this band that you love and adore. And so, it's always, I've been like on this struggle and quest to see my favorite band. And it finally happened. Let me tell you, like I said, Lady Boner all week. Anyway. I said I was going to try and make these videos shorter. I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, so yeah, we get there. And my sister and my friend decided they wanted to stand in line from like 3:45 to 6:45. God damn it, I hate them for that. That was dumb. There's stupid people at that show. That's the best thing about big shows is there's dumb ass children there. There's these girls like sharks circling the all-time low bus after, because we all saw Jack walk to the bus, like just fucking circling it, waiting for him to come talk to them. I'm like, he's not gonna want to talk to you. Like, I wouldn't want to talk to anyone if they were acting like that to me. Like, why are you doing that? And then there's those crazy fans. We got stuck behind some of those. We were waiting to get in, and this girl was like, oh my god, if my parents would not have let me come, I would have killed them. I would have literally killed them. Ooh. Y'all need an attitude change. And these same girls were like, I swear they're like maybe 15, maybe 16. And they're all like, who has a cigarette? We need a cigarette. I'm like, no, you don't. We're inside. You can't smoke inside. So calm your shit. And then they're like, oh, I wish I could drink at this show. This would be so great drunk. I was like, and that's when I turned around. Because I have a mouth on me when people are being dumb. It's a blessing and a curse. But I turned around. I was like, no, you don't. And they're like, why? Because the beer here, and I guessed it right. It was like $5 for like just a, one of those decent, like, normal sized cups. I was like, this is gonna be $5. I was like, you're gonna get maybe one beer, and that's not enough to get you drunk. I was like, it's probably piss water beer. And I was like, and you're gonna have to worry about people running into you. And like, my friend Tori had beer spilt on her because people are like, oh, I want to take this beer into the middle of the mosh pit and drink, and then like shaking it around like, you idiot. I never understand people who want to drink at shows. Well, I do at Kirby's, but that's a bar. I can sit and enjoy the music and have a beer. Like, there's a difference. But and then there's some older guys, like 45. Like, we were shit talking on people. Lord help me. That's just what I do. Sorry, everyone. But he's standing in front of us, and we thought he was someone's dad because that's how old he looked. And my sister was like about a little bit over his shoulder, and she like turned to me and she whispered, she goes, that guy just posted a Facebook status about us and called us bitches. Like, dude, you're like 40 fucking 5. Like, why are you talking shit? about these 20-year-old girls. Like, oh, fuck. And so I was like, is that someone's dad? Because we thought he was like, there's another group of girls in front of us. And we thought they were his kids, but they weren't talking to him. They weren't associating with him. And I was like, dude, I think that guy's just by himself. Like, 45-year-old talking shit about all these kids. And he's like randomly like putting his phone up, around the crowd and taking pictures. I'm like, what are you doing? And then, okay, if any of you have, I have mascara in my hand because I was playing with it earlier. If any of you watched my first blog, and if you haven't, I don't blame you. This one's going to be it's going to be long, so sorry, because I have fun stories to tell you all. If you remember me talking about how obnoxious All Time Low fans are, first of all, I think you heard me. One, they're stalking their bus to try and get a picture with him. They literally went running to the bus when they heard that they thought they saw Jack, when it was actually some poor sound guy that kind of looks like him. Sorry, guy. 3, some girl I was standing next to brought a bra to throw on stage. Like, she brought it. Like, how did you explain that to the security guard and they just looked at you? Like, they had judging eyes. And then 4, when we finally got in, the Wonder Years played, which, shut up, Owen, because I know you're going to watch this. Yes, I've become a little bit of a bigger... I didn't like the Wonder Years. I thought they were mediocre. I'm working on it. I'm working on liking them. So I've had a change of heart. They are very good live. If you ever have the chance to see the Wonder Years, do it. They put on a great show. Shut up, Owen. You're not always right. Calling you out. I'm working on it. Anyway. So they played first, and then it was Pierce the Veil, then All Time Low. Anyway, but, when we didn't know, I didn't know the lineup, so, there's girls behind us. They were like, are you going to take your bra off and throw it on stage? Like, this one girl was asking her friends, and one of them was like, yeah? I was like, ew. You're going to walk around with, like, not saggy boobies, but, like, shit. Nah, I don't like it. Especially there. No. Especially there, I would not have liked to have been free boobing. I just made that up. I don't even think that's a real thing. Free. It's like free balling, but with your boobs. I don't know. Anyway, and then, like, I wanted to high five their other friend. She was like, now this is my only bra, and I like it. She's like, I paid a lot of money for it. I'm going to wear it. I'm like, thank you. Like, and, but yeah, so Wonder Years put on a great show. They played Melrose Diner, which is one of my favorite songs, Passing Through a Screen Door, Dismantling Summer, and I can't remember the other songs. But those are all some of my favorite songs. So yeah, they put on a great show, got everyone pretty pumped up. And then Pierce the Veil came on. And by that time, there was a shit ton of people, like, there. Oh my gosh. Probably one of the biggest crowds I've ever been in. But when they started, I honestly can't tell you the first song they played because people, bless my sister's soul, the first concert I ever took her I took her to was Suicide Silence. And she almost got into a fight with one of the fucking straight edge kids. My sister, I think she's like a caged animal. Like, if you put her in those, like, stressed out situations, she starts acting irrationally, and, like, I think she tries to act tougher than what she is because I think she feels like she has to prove herself. She gets really, like, I don't know, like, kind of like bent out of shape about this thing. So yeah, like, we had people, like, and this started happening during the Wonder Years is when I noticed it. People were pushing forward because people are dicks and, like, feel like you have to be as close as possible to the stage to enjoy the show, and she's like pushing me out. She's like, get the fuck off me, and these girls were like, we can't fucking do anything about it, and I was like, that's what I told her. I was like, Cindy, calm the fuck down. I was like, they're not doing it. I was like, they're smaller than we are, so clearly whoever the douchebags are back there are the ones pushing forward, and then of course you have the people pushing back to get off of you because I about had a panic attack because it was rough. So then when Pierce the Veil got started, really rowdy crowd. It was full of people, like, that didn't know how to respect one another in, like, a pit, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are rules to it. people weren't fucking following him, you know. But so when that got started, like everyone was so packed together, like people were pushing sideways and stuff, and then someone lost their footing, and then it was just a domino effect. I was on like somehow I got on the outside of it, because I've learned if like you don't stand, like if that starts happening, you don't stand your ground, you kind of follow the crowd so you don't lose your footing. Well, my friend Tori fell, and so did Cindy. Cindy fell down right in the fucking bottom of it, like she was getting trampled. I went mama bear. I was punching people. I was getting them. I'm like, get the fuck off. I was like, come on, we gotta get up, everyone. I was like, don't be fucking dumb. Like, you know, of course, and there's my sister, like I said. See, I think she has to prove something because my sister doesn't listen to that kind of music. I drag her to these shows, except she wanted to go to this one, but I've dragged her to a lot of shows. You know, and she's always telling me, like, oh, I gotta protect you, and I'm like, here I am, like, trying to fucking pick her up off the ground, you know, and, like, I'm like, you gotta get up, and she messed up her ankle, and I haven't really actually talked to her here lately, just because of schedules and stuff, so I don't know how, I think she messed up her ankle, but when, yeah, she got up, she's like, I can't put any pressure on my ankle. I was like, she's like, I think I twisted it. At first, she's like, I think it broke. I was like, you didn't break your ankle. You're fine. But we got to get you out of here because, you know, she's starting to panic and freak out. So I was like, and she's trying to push back into the crowd. I was like, you can't go backwards out of the crowd, Cindy. I was like, there's too many people here. I was like, you got to either go sideways or you got to go up. She wasn't, like, she wasn't listening to me. I was getting so pissed off at her. I was like, move sideways. And she was like, I can't. Like, and she wouldn't let me get in front of her to pull her through. So I was trying to push her. So then I got some guys around that. So, okay, shout out to whoever that guy was that helped us. Like, you know, he got everyone up. You know, he's pushing the crowd away. Like, he's holding the fucking crowd back to let me help my sister up. You know, he's grabbing her and helping her up. Like, shout out to you, dude. I don't know if you have a Tumblr. I'm going to tag Nebraska in this. If you do, fucking thank you. You're awesome. You're a true gentleman of the shows, of the metal scene. I appreciate you. And also thank you for fucking helping my sister, because my sister had to crowd surf. So, you know, he got him and his two other buddies, which were pretty big dudes, and they pulled her up, and so, you know, she could crowd surf out of the mess, you know. And so then I jetted sideways and, like, went running, you know, to find her. So thank you, dude, whoever you are, you knight in shining armor, you, that protects girls and pits. You're awesome, thank you. But yeah, that was a little hiccup. So we sat out during Pierce the Veil. Pierce the Veil put on a good show. I've never heard my friend Tori fangirl so hard. Jeremy came on during Paraphernalia towards the end, and she has a video of it, of her, like, screaming, like, bloody murder. It's so fucking funny. Like, fangirl at its finest. All Time Low can suck it. I don't like you still. I mean, you put on a decent show. Your fans, I hate all of you. Sorry. Okay, I don't hate all of you because some of you are my friends. I hate the stereotypical All Time Low fans. Grow the fuck up. They don't want your fucking bras. They're not gonna run off into the sunset with you. Yeah, this video is really long, but it was a good ass time. Oh, mind you, at the beginning of the trip, I found $20 fucking. So I went to that show with 20 extra fucking dollars and bought this sweet ass crew neck. It's pretty sweet. Pop mush. Pop mush. Pop mosh. Speaking of that, I've never hardcore danced before. Like, seriously. Oh my god. Dude, I got it. And that was the best part. Okay, Day to Remember came on. I could talk hours about how awesome that show was. I'm not going to do it. It was awesome. Their set list. Go to Property of Zach. He has a Tumblr. Property of Zach. He has the set list. So if you want to go and look at kind of what they played, oh my god. Just a little hint. Second Sucks. All signs point to Lauderdale. It's Complicated. Have Faith in Me. You Had Me at Hello. If It Means a Lot to You. Lady Boner. Yeah. Not to mention The Downfall of Us Fucking All. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me tell you. Anyway, my favorite, like, I was getting it during, like, Second Song. And then they played 2 songs from their newest album that drops in 4 days. Violence. So fucking grab that. I think you can pre-order it now. If I wasn't so broke, I would do it. But, you know, oh my gosh. Like, I know what to expect when I go into, like, a mosh pit or a circle. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. So, like I said, thank you to the guy that helped us, but I know what I'm doing, so don't fucking try and push. Because these guys are trying to get me out of the mosh pit, and I'm like, dude, there's a reason why I'm fucking in here. Like, it's either that or I'm going to be punching people in the crowd that are just trying to have a good time. So, yeah, dude, they didn't know what to do. Like, it was so funny. At one time, I can't remember what song it was. But yeah, I'm just swinging my arms, like, doing that whole shit. And, this guy came up to, like, push me down. He just stopped. He's like, you're a girl. Like, in his face, he's like, you're a girl. I want to hit you because you're in here, but you're a girl. And then he just, like, runs off. I'm like, fuck it. And then I punched some dude and pushed him down. I'm like, oh, shit, sorry. I picked him up. And he's, like, looking at me. He's like, I'm just here to fucking have a good time and break faces. Like, fuck you. And then one time, some guy, like, fuck this guy, ran up and, like, grabbed my boobs and then ran off. I'm like, what the I was like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, shit. And then I had another guy. I think this was during, like, the Downfall of us all, or, like, Second Suck. But he came up and he just, like, pushed me. And I didn't fall down, but he pushed me so hard. I'm like, oh, Jesus. It's like, oh. Booby down. I was like, oh, my boobs. Man, it was rough. Oof. I punched someone with my arm. It hurts. Like, I couldn't move my arms. Fuck. Jeremy McKinnon fucking rolled over me on a life-size hamster ball. I got film of it. There's fire. There's explosions. Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys. That was probably, if I died soon, that'd be the best show, hands down, I have ever fucking been to. I waited 3 years, about 3 years to see these people. It was worth it. It was good ass time. I also had heard, I was talking to some people at the hookah bar the other night, and they were telling me that they met, I guess a Day to Remember came to Wichita not too long ago, during like a break. I think it was like a break during the tour, so it was probably even before the Nebraska tour date. But they were just chilling out at the mall, and they were talking to him, and they were saying, like, they're talking about coming to Wichita sometime next year. I'm not gonna hold on to that because I know shit happens in year, like, a lot can happen in a year. I'm holding on to that. So that was my awesome Monday. Sorry this ran along again. I like doing really long vlogs, I guess. I'm hoping if I keep doing these little blurbs that I try and keep them a little bit shorter, but shit happens. You can always fast forward through them. I don't care. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great weekend. If you still haven't seen A Day to Remember and they're still on tour and you're about to go see them, you will not be fucking disappointed. They bring the show. Their set lists are amazing. Jeremy's voice has gotten better. He's amazing live. All Time Low. Fuck you. The Wonder Years. Shut up, Owen. I like him. Shut your mouth. Calling out this guy on my blog. So, fuck you. Piercedale, always good. Always cool dudes. Yeah, so you will not be disappointed. It is worth the $45 you pay for a ticket. It's awesome. But yeah, I'm still recuperating from that because I've had school. We got home at like, me and my sister walked into our house at 5 in the morning. I had to be at work at 8. My sister had to be at school at 9. And then, yeah, so that was an interesting day. Autopilot the entire day. And so I'm still kind of like picking up on that, trying to, yeah. But anyway, so I hope you all have a great weekend. And maybe I'll be doing another one soon. So, yeah. I hope you guys have a good day. So, talk to you later. Bye.